What is going on, guys? Jim here. Wanted to talk to you today about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. This game totally caught me off guard. It is easily one of my most favorite games this year. It's very different than other Assassin's Creed games, and I think what frustrated me so much about Origins and Odyssey was the incessant grind and the gating that they put in place. Unless, of course, you had the Uplay bonus experience pack, which on principle I didn't want to get. And it really did turn me off to those games. And I can say that Valhalla is a very, very big game. I would definitely use the word bloated in a sense. There are some things you do that just seem very, oh my God, didn't I just do this 600 times before? There are also really large areas to explore and not a lot of excitement outside of the artifacts and the wealth and the mystery. Kind of the beats that get you from point A to point B as you're navigating through some of these paths are very samey, and there's not really a lot of random encounters. Once you kind of figure out what a building looks like, for example, you almost instantly know how to break into it or what you're looking for when you go inside, and it becomes somewhat mechanical. However, despite all of the repetitiveness and a lot of the redundancy in the game, I have to say that they have done a really good job of making you feel rewarded as a player for taking your time to navigate and explore and, in my case, be a completionist. So my wife and I are 93 hours into the game, and I would say, according to the PlayStation 5 tracker, we're 80% done with the main quest. I don't know what that really means in terms of where we are, where we're not. I can tell you it seems like it's all driving us to one place and we're doing everything else because we're going through every part of the map and we're collecting everything. Every single possible thing we can grab, we're grabbing. And it's done us really good because our power level's through the roof. And as a result, we are taking out enemies with relative ease and really not much of a threat in combat anymore, although I'm pretty good at the combat in general, and I think it's incredibly forgiving, particularly with the parry system. We're not really much of a threat anymore. We're just kind of roaming through without an issue. And I'm really loving it. But I think the thing that really just makes me so excited for this game, and what I really wanted to talk about here, was the legendary experience of finding some rare weapons. So I've been intentionally vague in the title. I didn't say the name of the weapon. I've been intentionally vague up until now. So if you don't want any spoilers, because I am going to show a brief snippet of gameplay, if you don't want any spoilers about what I found or what I did, turn the video off now and come back later. For everybody else, let's go ahead and talk about what makes this game so rewarding. And really, without getting into online guides too much, I was able to kind of figure out that through dumb exploration, I found the sword in the stone. I was walking around, we went into a cave, we found Excalibur, and I lost my mind. And I was like, oh my God. But of course you can't take it out because you have to find these tablets, it looked like, or something to put in the wall. And through our exploration, we had a few. So I knew if we kept grinding and exploring, we would find the rest. And through fighting guards, believe it or not, the roaming guards that kind of, the order that kind of roams around the map, through fighting those guys and through just kind of navigating through and finding mysteries. And when you're getting close, kind of using Odin's sight to realize what they were, we found all the tablets, and we got this really, really, really cool moment that I want to show with you guys right now. So what you're looking at here is playing as Eivor, putting in one of the last tablets to unlock Excalibur, which is an insanely cool weapon for a lot of reasons. I think what makes Excalibur so neat is it looks radically different than any other weapon we found to date. It has a very distinct glow to it. When you sheath and unsheath it, it makes this brilliant sound of this just like energy crackling. It has a really cool effect that randomly when you hit an enemy, it'll explode into a beam of light, and it just illuminates and blinds everybody around you. And it just feels like a very mythical, magical, powerful weapon, something that isn't really meant to be held by like human hands per se. And it really did make all of the grinding up to this point worth it, exploring everything and slowly chipping away at everything to finally be able to get this moment. So let's go ahead and check that out. That's awesome. That is so cool. So cool.
The sword the Britons call Excalibur.
So you get an achievement for it called the name of the game. There's another name for Excalibur. You get a legendary, like a platinum, or not a platinum. You get like a trophy for it. I don't care about that. But the fact that you get this weapon and this awe and this excitement, it made everything worth it. I really, really, really loved it. And there it is, Excalibur. Now, it's definitely one of the stronger weapons you're going to get. Of course, we immediately upgrade everything. We put runes in it, and we went ahead and made it pretty beefy. It's a very powerful weapon. We're only using it by itself now. I'm not using any other weapons. I'm not using a shield with it. I just wanted to have the sword just so I could walk around the big two-hander, swinging Excalibur, having a blast. And I love this game for that exploration element, and it makes this game so much more rewarding. So thank you to Ubisoft for, you want to put in grind, that's fine. But there's a payoff at the end. And I know there are other legendary weapons out there. We found Thor's helmet so far. I know there are other things out there to be found. And it makes it even more exciting to know that as you progress and if you take your time and methodically go through the world, you will be rewarded. And I love that. That payoff is just so sweet. I was getting goosebumps on my arms as we pull Excalibur out and like the light crackles and everything. It's really, really cool. So I'm digging this game. I think it's worth it. I think it's a lot of fun. I know the Metacritic scores do pretty well right now. But I think a lot of people's complaint was it's overly bloated. It's kind of, there's the same thing to do over and over. And I use that word as well. But the payoff at the end, absolutely worth it. Hope you guys found this video fun, maybe informative. If not, that's okay. There will be more. Until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.